Hello, everyone. My name is Tristan, and I am, for lack of a better term, an aspiring writer. So what I've decided to do here is use YouTube for the first time ever, and I'm going to share a little something with you, something I wrote myself. Anyway, it's not very long. It's got kind of a whimsical element to it, more of a supernatural one, if you will, and it's called Ode to Self-Destruction. So I'm going to get started right now, and any comments, any questions, feel free to post them. And here we go. There he sits, in a room covered in shadows. The only light is the full moon peering through the blinds on the window. The room is a mess. Bottles and blades litter the floor. He's sitting in a recliner, head down and a half-empty bottle in his hand. It's far from quiet. The stereo on the small table just in front of him is now blaring loud heavy metal music. He doesn't move, doesn't seem to be breathing. One thing is clear. His life has become meaningless to him. Why bother? Why clean up his act? Night after night, he gives in to his darkest temptations. He knows he shouldn't. He knows the consequences of a life of excess. He raises his head. His glazed eyes gleam in the light. Not a word, not a sound. He then struggles to get to his feet, each muscle writhing and twitching every inch of the way. He reaches for the table and grabs a half-smoked cigarette. It's a sad sight. He can't stop his hands from shaking. It's almost impossible to tell that what's running through his ravaged mind. Has he reached the end? Does he finally realize what he's doing wrong? He looks at the table again. The faint light shines on a picture frame. He stares at it for a little while, then begins to cry. It's a picture of him, that much is clear. There's someone else here too. A little girl. A daughter he lost in a car accident. An incident he blames himself for. The guilt eats at him. How can he survive when she didn't? She did nothing wrong. A perfect little angel who loved her father very much. Perhaps that was the start of his self-termination. He drops the cigarette on the table and walks slowly, bottle in hand, to the balcony. He stands there in the frigid night air, looking straight ahead. He speaks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He drops the bottle and it shatters. He climbs over the railing, looks down at the lights of cars below him. Just as he's about to let go, he hears something behind him. Daddy? What are you doing? The voice is so innocent and sweet. Shaken, he turns around to see his daughter standing in the doorway. Surprised, he slowly climbs back over the railing, standing in awe for a few seconds. He falls to his knees and begins to cry again. The image of his daughter walks closer and puts a ghostly hand on his cheek. I love you, Daddy, she says with a smile. She kisses his nose and fades away into the dark. He kneeled there, dumbstruck. Something changed in him almost instantly. Without her even saying it, he knew what his little girl wanted. To move on, be happy, and that she will never leave him. He walks back inside and looks around his trashed apartment. He walks into the kitchen and picks up several trash bags and begins to clean up. Determined to be the man he once was, a happy, loving man with a bright future, and a special place for the lost daughter who saved his life when he needed it most, will always remain in his heart. And that's the end. My stories are always a little short like that, but, let me know what you think. I'm sure I'll be posting more of this stuff later on, but any feedback would be appreciated. Thanks, guys!